Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to race 6 of the first FAI Virtual World Gliding Championship 2024 in Invermere, Canada. Good evening, Jean-David.
Good evening, Antoine. How are you?
I'm very fine, thank you. And you?
A little
Perfect. Well, we will have kind of a short um, broadcast tonight. We'll explain more later on. Shall we start with the results from yesterday, Jean-David?
Yes, I am ready.
Thank you. So we have had some impressive results from other servers yesterday. As you can see, Bent Fest, the first virtual sailplane Grand Prix world champion in 2021, won the race on, I think, the second server, flying the Arcus with 230 kilometers per hour. So that's 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 55 seconds. David Renman from Australia already qualified on another race. So we have Chris Keane with 216 kilometers per hour qualified, and Davis Chepins that we've seen yesterday and on previous days, who flew very, very well with 1 hour and 12 minutes, 213 kilometers per hour. So congratulations to all of them to have qualified to this Pro Championship. Tonight, we are in Canada, as you can see, and it's the last 3 spots of the Pro Championship that can be taken by the pilots. So there is a small change tonight. We will follow the start of the race. We will explain a little bit the task, but we will not talk about the weather, and we will stop the live shortly after the start. We will do some Facebook posts to report about the task of, well, at least the race of tonight of this server, and then you will learn more about the results tomorrow. We want to have a fair race because, as you can see in wave conditions, the pilots seem to have a lot of advantage watching just the live streaming and flying it. So we don't often have this case, but yesterday we've seen speeds of 350 kilometers per hour during the final glide and so on. So that was something absolutely insane. And we believe that maybe it gave a small advantage to the pilots flying on the second and third server compared to the first races where we've had mixed thermals, ridges, races. We try to have the races as fair as we can, sorry. Um, so tonight only a short streaming. Watch the, it's a bit special tonight, as you can see, because we have a lot of work to do in the background. So we try to show you some of the race, at least the very beginning, but we will see what we can show you. It's going to be a short stream. So the race you will see in a few moments on the 2D map, but we are flying in British Columbia in Canada. It's going to be a race of 257 kilometers. They should complete it between 1 hour and 30 to 1 hour and 45 minutes. The level is difficulty level is moderate, I would say, tonight. There is no handicap scoring because it's in open class. So there is no glider restriction, but we expect the pilots to fly with the EB 29 tonight because it's obviously the best glider in open class. So there is no wing loading limit as well. So for the start, let's talk about the start. You will see that the pilots will start from Invermere, which is a big city in Canada in this map. We will show you in a few moments the task, but basically they will fly to the northwest to turn point 1, which is called McCarthy. The maximum altitude for start is 2,000 meters with a maximum start speed of 170 kilometers per hour. It's a ground speed, obviously. Then they will need to go to turn point 1. Thank you, Jean-David. Awesome. So you can see the pilots here that are just next to the airfield to Invermere. You can see a triangle again right here. You can see some nice mountains. Thank you. So you all used to fly in the Rocky Mountains in Canada. Now we are in British Columbia. You can see Calgary. That's the biggest city close to this region, and then Invermere is right in the middle there of the map. That's very brand new map that was created a few weeks ago, and it is supposed to be released as well for Condor 3. So it will work on both Condor 2 and Condor 3, but there will be much more objects and stuff on the Condor 3 map. So that's why we are trying it right now, because the landscape is a very high definition landscape, a really cool landscape, and you will see that we will have the opportunity to race again on this landscape later on, because it's going to be one of the best landscape at the launch of Condor 3. So the start the northwest to turn point 1 for 67.9 kilometers. Then they will go all to the south, just next to those lakes, amazing lakes, to Caslo for 92.7 kilometers. And then we get back to Invermere for the reporting point. So that's 92.9 kilometers. And then to the airfield of Invermere. That's 3.5 kilometers. Invermere, yeah. Awesome. Jean-David, how is it going in the background now?
It's a bit a mess, as you can hear and see. I will try to fix every problem I have.
No worries. We try to do our best. A bit special tonight, as we said, and yeah, it's qualifiers 6 indeed on top with the race in Canada. We have Rob here in the GS3, 18 meters. That's an option as well to fly the GS3. You can fly the GS1. Yeah, much better. Thank you, Jean-David. Qualifier 6 in Canada. You can see the lakes here. You can see the finish line just over our heads. You can see the start line in front of us, the big start line here. And that's the reporting point just above the lake here. So this is the view that we have tonight. You can see a lot of mountains, a lot of cumuluses, quite a good ceiling tonight, probably a pretty good thermals. But yeah, we expect as well, obviously, some very good ridges, well alimented, and maybe some waves just like yesterday. So that's why we want and final race of the qualifiers, so that everyone can still get a chance to qualify. So I can see a lot of pilots here. I don't have a precise number of pilots. Maybe you have it, Jean-David, but no rush. I can see 269, number Papa X-ray, Uwe Meltzer is here, Alex Olvitster, Emmanuel Cartier, Philou,
Yes, there is
GGG.
73 pilots connected on the Kulam.
Okay, 73 pilots. Thank you, Jean-David. So we will watch with you the start. The race will start in approximately 5 minutes from now, if I'm correct, a little bit less than that. So we will follow that together, and then we will only post a few pictures on Facebook to update about the race and to say who completed the task first tonight on this server, and then we will have a long debrief with our news articles and the highlights in the coming days, and then we'll be able to talk about the Pro Championship as well. Arthur Duke in the EB29 are a very, very good glider, and we expect them to fly very fast as well with those ones tonight. Obviously, you can see some lenticular clouds in the background, as we said. Jarmo Karjalainen from Finland is here. He will be looking for a spot to the Pro Championship as well. We have Fox Lima, Jazz in the background. Victor Zulu 6, Gert Bodenhosen in GBO. You can see the landscape, a lot of trees, a lot of details on that landscape. I think we'll have a lot of fun, and I think the Canadian community is very, very happy to have a brand new landscape like this. So we are super happy to fly on this one tonight. Look at that view, really great view, and you have a good view on the start line as well. So they will need to cross the start line from the city towards the forest here. So on the opposite actually of what we have here. So 257 kilometers to complete for the pilots tonight. Will they beat the speeds from yesterday? Maybe, but I don't think. They're flying at 2,400 meters here with Uwe. Yesterday at the same ground altitude, you would be at 5,000 meters above sea level. So it was completely different, and with a lot of speed. The true airspeed was absolutely crazy. So I doubt that they will fly faster than what we've seen yesterday. Stewart Henshall, very good pilot from the UK, right here. And the pilots are getting ready to race, obviously, tonight. Let's focus on the start. It will start in just a few moments from now. You can really see all those lenticular clouds. They are all around. You can see the airfield of Invermere, where the finish line is located. And the pilots are getting ready for the start in a few seconds from now. I see TKM. Filou, very well placed as well. Delta Alpha Fox is approaching the line. So team is really getting ready now. I see Frank Schwetzfeger in Oscar Niner. Oh, they must be careful, Echo Mike and TKM here, right in front of us. And I can see that the start the line will be open very shortly. Everyone is joining the start line. And the start in 3, 2, 1. The race is on with Emmanuel Cartier crossing the line. Thomas Meyer, Mike Yankee Romeo, and you can see two pilots that are coming back to cross the line as well. Maybe you can do a small close-up on that, Jean-David. Emmanuel Cartier, very good start from the French pilot here. With a nice EB29. Last chance for the pilots to qualify to the Pro Championship tonight. Chen Churchill, he already qualified. Chen, very good pilot from the UK. Well done, everyone. Looks like a safe and good start from the pilots. I see 57. Kuba in Kilo Juliet. Juliet Tango, Yanis Teteris. Jazz, Bisset Kos in Zulu Bravo Yankee. So a good start for all of those pilots. Janus Zak. And you can see that they are heading towards turn point 1 very quickly, flying fast, 230 kilometers per hour. But yes, indeed, it's going to be much more difficult to get to 350 kph tonight. You can see the first pilots joining the ridges here, obviously. That looks pretty obvious from all of us. And there are a lot of options going to the north, going to the south of the track here. A lot of options for the pilots. Look at that landscape. Honestly, it's a really, really cool landscape. I'm almost sure we'll get back during the Pro Championship there, because it offers a lot of options for us as organizer to set up only ridges flights, thermodynamics, or only waves flights, and so on. So you have all the options for a gliding race tonight. So it's really, really cool to have this landscape. We are gonna get back to the studio now, and we will follow the race offline and post some updates on Facebook. Thank you for joining us tonight on this very small and short broadcasting. We will leave the pilots trying to take the best decisions to qualify to the Pro Championship in a fair race. Thank you, Jean-David, for the setup and everything tonight.
Thank you, Antoine. It was short, but okay.
Thank you all. So stay tuned to our social medias, and we'll get in touch with the latest information about all the pilots who qualified and about the Pro Championship very soon. Thank you, and enjoy the race, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.